There's a moment, barely a second, when everything becomes clear. You're talking to her, maybe laughing, maybe saying something you won't even remember, and suddenly it hits you. The way she looked at you, the pause, the slight shift in her body language, something changed. That's the moment you feel it. Maybe, just maybe, she likes you, but here's the catch. Your brain doesn't trust it, you doubt it, you second guess. And you don't want to risk everything by being wrong. Here's the truth most men never learn. Women are always signaling. Not sometimes, always. The real question is, are you trained enough to notice those signals when they flash briefly, in a split second? In the world of seduction, Neil Strauss said it best. Most guys are stuck in their heads while the game is happening in real life, in real time, right in front of them. You can't think your way into attraction. You have to feel it, see it, read it in micro behaviors that most guys overlook. So let's get real. If you want to know if she likes you, don't ask, observe. What you notice in the first few seconds, yes, literally seconds, will reveal far more than hours of overthinking. What you're about to learn will change the way you detect attraction forever. Picture this. You walk into a room and instantly know who's drawn to you. It's not a fantasy, it's a skill. Great seducers didn't rely on looks or lines. They mastered the subtle art of reading emotional data, body language, pupil dilation, micro touches, even subtle tone shifts. These signals reflect a woman's emotional state, often before she even realizes it. Let's break something down. Mystery, the one who trained Neil Strauss, used to say, attraction isn't a choice, it's a response. And responses, by nature, are unconscious. You can't fake them for long. That's why those first few seconds are critical. Here's the raw truth. Women will always give signs. But they're subtle, not dramatic, not a calm stare, more like the direction her feet point, even when she's not looking, or how she plays with her hair, but only when you speak, or the way her voice becomes softer, more playful, more invested when it's your turn to talk. This is what separates an average guy from the one women chase. Sensory awareness. Most men are dull, disconnected, numb to the field, and they lose every opportunity because of it, while women silently hope they'll notice. Here's something you won't hear often, and it's a huge giveaway of interest, genuine awkwardness, not clumsiness, not nervous fear, but a kind of softness, a hesitation, a moment where her polished social mask slips. That's gold, that's real, that's when she forgets to pretend, and just feels you. Her eyes linger a little too long. She smiles but pulls it back. She looks away, not out of disinterest, but to hide how much she's into you. Most men misread this. They think, she looked away, she's not into me. But those who know, they feel it. They understand that retreat is often the ultimate tell. There's another layer here, one Robert Greene touched on in The Art of Seduction. Seduction begins before words are spoken. That means if you're waiting for her to say something obvious, you're already behind. The signals are nonverbal, subconscious, and they live in the in-between, between glances, between pauses, between moments. Visualize this. You walk into a cafe. 10 women in the room. Most men don't even notice who looked at them twice, but you're tuned in. You catch that second glance. You notice the way she subtly shifts her weight as you walk by, how she fixes her posture. She doesn't even know she did it, but her body reacted. And when that happens, your internal radar goes ping. Here's a trick from the inner circle of natural seducers. It's subtle, almost unfair. It's called the delay. When you make eye contact, don't break it immediately. Hold it a fraction longer, not a creepy stare. A confident, grounded beat. If she likes you, you'll see it. Her pupils dilate, her lips move slightly. She adjusts her hair, and the kicker, she looks away but then she looks back. That's your green light. Understand this. Attraction isn't logical, it's not fair, it's primal, and primal communication doesn't use words. It uses energy. When a woman feels your presence, your calm attention steady, not needy, she responds, her body responds. That's her way of saying, I see you. But here's the twist. Most men are too busy trying to say the right thing. And they miss what's already being said without words. They're performing, and performance kills attraction. Why? Because it takes you out of the now. And attraction only lives in the present. One of the strongest seducers I ever met told me, women are mirrors. They reflect whatever you feel about yourself. Sit with that. If you feel insecure, she reflects it. If you're self-assured, even silently amused, she reflects that too. In those first seconds, she's not analyzing your resume. She's feeling who you are beneath the surface. And she responds before she can filter it. So what do? Watch, observe, listen, not just with your ears, but with your entire nervous system. Feel the space between you. Is it pulling her in or creating distance? Is she leaning closer? Is her voice softer when she speaks to you than to others? Does she unconsciously mirror your expressions? These are signs. You just have to tune in. Don't seek confirmation. Seek calibration. Don't beg for attention. Command awareness. Women respond to the man who sees her before she knows she wants to be seen. And when you catch that look, that vibe, that shift, you'll know. Not in 5 minutes. Not after a week of texting. You'll know it in seconds. And once you're trained to read those micro signals, something powerful happens. You stop chasing certainty and start flowing with intuition. This is the difference between men who seek attraction and those who generate it. Listen carefully. Attraction isn't binary. It's not a yes/no. It's dynamic. It breathes. It adapts to how you show up moment by moment. A woman may be interested, but if your energy shifts into neediness or overcompensation, her interest fades. Key isn't just noticing her signals, it's responding to them without losing your frame. That's where inner game comes in. Where presence becomes non-negotiable. To detect interest in seconds, you must know who you are. That's what women respond to. Confidence isn't a line, it's a state, and she reads that before you say a word. Watch any social setting. A woman laughs with different men, but when you step in, not pushing, not performing, her body shifts. She straightens up. She plays with her glass. Her laugh softens. She tunes in. These are primal reactions to presence. And presence is rare. Evolutionary psychology calls this mate value detection. Her brain subconsciously scans for emotional control, confidence, depth. And it reads all that in micro interactions. She doesn't take 20 minutes to figure you out. Her nervous system does it instantly. Let's go deeper. There's a layer most men miss: emotional pacing. This means subtly matching, and then leading, her emotional state. You start by feeling where she's at: bored, flirty, distracted, then mirror it, gently, not mimicking sinking. And once you've synced, you lead, maybe with a tease, maybe a bolder glance. If she follows emotionally, that's not just interest. That's investment. It's a dance. She doesn't know the rhythm at first, but once you feel it and guide the pace, she follows. That's seduction in real time. Now let's flip it. Mixed signals, hot and cold. Most men spiral. They overthink. They read Reddit. They text friends for advice. Wrong move. When a woman likes you, it's not just in what she does, it's in how she returns. She might pull away, but always come back. She might act cold in public, but warm in private. That's what you're looking for, the split between her public face and private energy. The mask vs. the moment. Neil Strauss said, when people are trying to be cool, they're not being real. And when you're in tune, you'll see that shift from filtered to raw. Another sign, initiative. She won't say she likes you, but she'll create hooks. She'll ask vague questions just to keep talking. She'll mention things that require a follow-up. If you miss those cues, if you're stuck in your head, you'll miss your window. Her signals aren't loud, they're precise, and they vanish quickly. That's why seduction isn't a script, it's a state of awareness. Now, a deeper principle, reciprocation layering. You offer just enough vulnerability, enough trust. If she mirrors that soft tone, longer eye contact, lingering touch, she's saying, I feel safe to come closer. That's the cocktail, safety plus tension. Offer groundedness without neediness. Hold mystery. Stay emotionally playful. That tension. She's wired to respond to it. You don't need to ask if she likes you. You test. You speak something real. And if she holds the eye contact, that's a yes. Even more powerful, if she adds to it, deepens it, shares her version, that's not just interest, that's investment. That's the word, investment. That's what you're really looking for, not attention, participation. Now another key, emotional incongruence. She says, "You're trouble," or "I don't like guys like you," but there's a smirk, a glint, a playful tension. That contradiction, that's gold, because early attraction isn't direct, it's indirect. It's a test of your emotional awareness. If you react defensively, she loses interest, but if you playfully own it, she's hooked. Seduction thrives on contrast. Confidence plus playfulness, clarity plus mystery, and when you learn to spot emotional incongruence, you gain an unfair advantage. She's showing her hand while pretending she's not. Now one level deeper, neurochemical resonance. This is real. When two people are emotionally in sync, breathing aligns, speech patterns sync, even heart rates adjust. That's what people call vibe. It's not magic, it's biology. If she starts syncing with you, laughs when you laugh, pauses when you pause, that's her nervous system reacting. But here's where most men blow it. They feel the vibe, then panic. They freeze or push too hard. Both kill tension. What should you do? Hold the rhythm, let her speak first. Match her energy, guide it with control. That's what builds emotional trust. And emotional trust, that's the gate to deep attraction. One more tool, the double take. Say something unexpected. A tease, a truth. If she looks away, then looks back, that second glance. That's where interest lies, because if she didn't care, she wouldn't look again. Combine that with lingering energy even when you stop speaking. If she still orients toward you her feet, her laugh, her questions, that's emotional gravity. But here's the key, don't chase it, stay centered. When she senses that you can handle her attraction without being needy, her attraction grows. And by now, you realize detecting interest isn't about figuring her out. It's about training yourself. Become more present, more grounded, more aware. Another pattern, re-engagement loops. She checks her phone. The moment dips, you don't panic. You wait, she returns, new question, playful comment, touch, that's a test, and a sign. Last piece, proximity. When she's drawn to you, the space shrinks, not dramatically, but subtly. Her bag moves closer. Her knee brushes yours, her drink ends up near you. These aren't accidents, they're bids for closeness. But the real skill isn't just noticing these signs, it's staying cool while noticing them. Because most men crumble the moment they feel attention. They get self-conscious, overly nice or overly cocky. Both kill tension. Be the man who feels her desire but doesn't need it. That's the edge. That's what she's testing. Can you enjoy her energy while staying rooted in yours? When you can, she doesn't just like you. She trusts you, respects you, desires you. That's when everything changes. Because when a woman truly likes you, she doesn't need to say it. You already know. Not because you guessed, because you felt it. The real secret isn't asking, "Does she like me?" It's becoming the man who always knows. So if you've made it this far, you're already ahead of 90% of men still begging for validation. Now it's your turn. Watch beyond words. Read between gestures. Refine your awareness. Make yourself impossible to ignore. Because when you become that man, she feels it, and she'll start looking for excuses to stay. If this opened your eyes, share this with a man who needs it. Subscribe, comment below, which of these signs have you seen before, but never truly noticed. This isn't just about seduction. It's about mastery, and this is just the beginning.